Alright, so on the way home again, got a little bit of time, think about, talk about this NFT thing. I realized by watching the other videos that I made that I didn't even talk about what an NFT is. I didn't even define it. So, here you go. NFT stands for non-fungible token. So a non-fungible token, fungible means replaceable. So non-fungible means not replaceable. In other words, it's a one-for-one. And token is in reference to the digital asset that an NFT is, basically. Again, this is stuff that I've learned over the last 6 to 9 months that I'm just trying to share with whomever would like to hear it. For all you bashers out there that want to go after the minute details of the things I'm talking about, never mind. This is just for introductory definitions and concepts for people who have no clue, right? And again, not financial advice. You got to say that in the crypto and in the NFT world. You always got to say that, not financial advice. So an NFT, I was describing it to my niece last night, because she's learning graphic arts in school right now, and thinking about doing an NFT myself, with some people that I've met online, with some people I know in real life, to try to help educate people. But in any event, last night I was trying to explain it to her, and she's like, I've heard about this word, NFT. I don't know really what it is. And the concept most people who may have heard of NFTs think of is it's a picture. So NFTs started out, forgive me if I got this wrong, but basically they started out as digital art, digital photography, a way to own these pictures in a digital space. But that's where you hear the concept of, why don't I just right click and save? Then I'll have a copy of it. Well, the idea is that the owners, the founders, the creators of these NFTs, the artists that created them, giving people the opportunity to own one of one or one of 10 of that copy. Kind of like the difference between owning a real Monet and a picture of a Monet, or even a lithograph of a Monet, if that makes sense. It's kind of the idea of these non-fungible tokens. You can do a lot of research out there. If you Google, there's a lot of YouTube channels, a lot of people out there that have been helping others as well. But the neat thing about it is that each type of NFT sits on a certain type of system. The most common right now is Ethereum, and in order to use, buy, sell, and hold things on the Ethereum network, you got to use their crypto coin called Ether or ETH. A lot of people use Ethereum and ETH interchangeably, but I believe Ethereum is the network and Ether is the coin, the crypto coin. And you're going to see how NFTs and cryptos become intertwined as we go through this. So last night I was trying to describe to her that the blockchain, and in this case Ethereum's blockchain, it's basically a program or a ledger or a receipt of the founder selling or giving this particular thing, NFT, from themselves to someone else. Could be for free, could be they sold it, and then all that information will be in that, basically that receipt. And when that new owner decides they want to sell it or give it away, they can do that, and then that transaction will be recorded on the blockchain for time, forever. Now, a lot of people are like, well, how is that possible? What if the computer gets hacked? What if there's a surge in electricity, the server goes down? What if there's, someone goes in and deletes it? Well, the concept of the blockchain is a public ledger, public receipt book, if you will, of all these transactions that is stored on millions of different computers. There's a copy stored on all these different computers throughout the world. So if one computer goes down, it doesn't matter. There's still another million copies out there that can be verified. That's what that blockchain thing is. The system for verifying these transactions and even voting on saying, yeah, this transaction's legit, this transaction's fake. Because there are people out there who will try to make fake claims to different assets, different NFTs, even crypto exchanges or swaps or whatever. And they'll try to input that in there. But the system is designed where all these other computers, basically nodes, got to vote on the legitimacy of this transaction that's being claimed. And if all of them feel like it's a legitimate transaction, then it'll be voted as a legitimate transaction, and it'll go through, and it'll be finalized, and the assets can be switched from one wallet to another, which we haven't started talking about yet, but we're talking about NFTs and what they are. And if there is one that someone tries to submit and a vast majority says, no, this is fake, it actually gets deleted. So it's really hard for people to do shady stuff. Can it be done? Maybe. The scams usually are about tricking people into accepting bad transactions as opposed to trying to fake a bad transaction or a fake transaction, if that makes sense. So that's one of the benefits of this blockchain technology. Again, Ethereum's one of them. Solana's another one. Avalanche is another one. There's a few out there. So something to keep in mind. That's how the transactions are secured. Millions of copies of the same receipt book for all of these millions of transactions that are stored on millions of different computers, or maybe portions of it are stored on hundreds of thousands of different computers and they're all interlinked together. A lot of different ways that it works, but basically it's designed for transparency so that people or companies or banks or even governments can't do shady stuff. That's basically what it's for. And then that's the blockchain technologies. But an extension of that became crypto exchanges. In order to do business with this blockchain and to reward those people who are verifying these transactions, they gave them some cybercoin, if you will. And in the beginning, a lot of the cybercoins meant nothing, like Bitcoin. When I first heard about it in 2009, actually, it had just come out early 2010. It was probably 0.002 cents or something for each coin. Today, because institutions and people and societies find some sense of value in a decentralized currency, I think there's somewhere around 40,000 a piece, US dollars. So that's just value, right? People holding value in something, placing value in something, and then they pay for that value. All these different coins, all these different transactions have led to others where it's like, I want to sell my pictures, I want to sell my art, all digitally, and have it verified and backed up on this blockchain. And that's how NFTs became. Well, that's a brief way of describing how NFTs came about.